What's up, y'all? This is Fresh Jordan, the Hemrock, and it sees on the rocks if you dish you get tree from the Glock. And this is the YouTube channel. What you know about that? Where we listen to your favorite hip hop, R&B, pop, and gospel albums from the past that we will listen to in the present, and we will continue to listen to in the future. Hi, friends. As you can see, I don't have my co-host, my cousin, my ace spoon coon, Crizzle with me. So, why am I doing this video? Well, we've decided to give you all an experience, a different experience, a different look at us, because um, we always have different. Crizzle and I have different opinions. We definitely there's some conversations that we have off camera, and some that we feel like we should let y'all in on it. And that's where we have these little sections called rants and raves, and this is where individually we talk about things that are happening in the current and things that are also happened in the past, things in the current, things in the past, and anything that we feel strongly about. This is our platform to do it. You know, while we have your attention, just a way for you guys to get in. So, as you all know, as you all can see from the title, um, this is my personal opinion about Justin Timberlake's apology. First of all, everybody, like, Crystal knows that I actually am a Timberlake fan. However, in the midst of me being a Timberlake fan, I know he's moved foul. I mean, nobody's perfect. So I basically, so it's came out that Justin Timberlake has apologized to Janet Jackson and Britney Spears for just, being an asshole. Well, I say he was being an asshole to Britney more than Janet Jackson. Although there's just been a whirlwind of stuff that Justin has done. But we're gonna. So how do I feel about this? How do I feel about Justin's apology? Under no circumstance, I want people to know, under no circumstance do I condone the things that have happened. But I'm the kind of person that looks at a glass half empty instead of half full. So, my opinion might not be your opinion when it comes to this. But I look at this, and when I look at Justin Timberlake, first of all, I'm just taking a look at the person. Now, obviously, we all know, we've said in videos before, JC was way more talented and a better singer than Justin was. But it was just set up for Justin to succeed. Justin had the hot girlfriend, who was ironically Britney Spears, and he bragged about taking her virginity. And then Cry Me a River came out, and the video looked just like Britney Spears. That's just a guy thing. I feel like the fact that, he said, like, hey, I took her virginity. That's a guy thing. And that was pretty toxic. Then later on, does the Super Bowl with Janet Jackson, and apparently rips off. And apparently we know the wardrobe malfunction. I remember that Super Bowl because I was rooting for the Panthers that year. I was rooting for the Panthers, and because the Panthers were my team. And then have you naked by the end of this song. Like, and then Titty was out. I was like, oh, my mom was like, oh my God. Yeah, we all were shocked at that. But I don't really I feel like, yes, of course he was wrong for all the things he did. He actually did apologize to Janet Jackson, so I don't know why he even felt the need to say more words after the situation that happened to Janet Jackson. I guess because of the narrative that black women keep getting shit on, that's why he had to apologize to Janet Jackson. And in that case, if that's what you need to do to clear a conscience is apologize for something that you've already apologized for, then yeah. But then, this Prince, but then, you diss Prince. He really kept coming at Prince, even while Prince is dead. Like he still came at the man. Coming at SZA with that black sin. Like, well, I guess talking to Ebonics, like, it's like, why you talking like that? Like, black sin. I guess that's not cool. But I boil that down to him trying to be silly and be funny and be entertaining. Some of that stuff is being silly. The Prince stuff was a little bit like, why? But after Prince died, it's like, really? But it just goes to trial and error. Everybody has their reasonable doubt, and, it is what it is. But my big thing is, why is this being brought up now? This is the big thing that I don't understand about the whole apology thing and why Justin Timberlake. First of all, by apologizing, you admit by apologizing, you kind of like, there's been a guilty conscience and people been coming at you if you feel like you need to apologize. Plus, you admitted in a roundabout way that this happened. But, I mean, it's no reason to really run away from it because we all know it happened. But the problem is, the bigger problem isn't the fact that you apologize. We can live with the apology. The problem is the fact that, why is this even a thing? We live in a decade and a time and an era where the asshole of everybody's inner asshole is being put on blast. Toxic shit from the past is coming into the present. And people are getting crucified for it. And this shit needs to stop. R. Kelly, I blame everybody for R. Kelly for not holding this nigga accountable for what he did when he did it. So now we're on a whole crusade to mute R. Kelly. It's y'all's fault why R. Kelly's been able to skate these cuss. It's everybody else's fault why R. Kelly's been able to skate. R. Kelly has been able to skate and do the things that he's done and keep doing it because the fact of the matter is we've kind of condoned it. That is what I feel about R. Kelly. Now, turn the page. How is that playing to Justin Timberlake in this apology? The fact of the matter is that the fact that Justin Timberlake... First of all, the difference is, yes, R. Kelly's black. Justin Timberlake's white. But the fact of the matter is, like, why? Why did Justin need to apologize in 2021? Are we that bored in quarantine and with life to the fact that, all this old shit? So, I know if I'm Justin Timberlake, I'm at home, I'm looking at this documentary like, why are you bringing up old shit? I'm trying to move past this. We got bigger problems. And, they actually, the fact that what makes it even funnier is they actually linked up. They linked up in 2018 and everybody was like, oh my gosh, they linked up. Yay! Life is good. Why does you feel like you need to apologize? First of all, somebody had to have been really burnt in that circle to be like, that's like, you get caught cheating. That's like, here's what the situation, to me, the Justin Timberlake situation is. That's like, you're in a relationship with somebody. You cheat on them. And then, like, 30 years later, you're married, you have kids, life is going on. It's wonderful, it's beautiful. You're in your 40s and shit like that. All of a sudden, you wake up and they have a gun in their face, still mad about the relationship, still mad about the fact that you cheated. Like, what? How are you gonna, like, to forgive is truly divine. I'm pretty sure that, Brittney and Justin then hashed this out. We don't know. I'm just taking a good start of the guess and saying that somebody had to have apologized. Like, an apology had to have happened. Maybe, but why is it, but to go back to my other point, why? Why do we need to feel like to bring up old stuff and expose people for being assholes? Everybody does a little bit of dirt. Everybody. But does it really need to be, does the truth really need to be exposed to that level? Well, R. Kelly needed to be exposed. Just Justin Timberlake should have just stayed somewhere else. If we weren't in quarantine right now, nobody would have really cared about it. It just would have been another thing at another given time. Like, life would have went on. But now it's like you're trying to make life go on in a situation, in a time and period and era where it doesn't have to go on. Life just needs to be life. But Justin Timberlake, man. They're trying to get all the stars to really, like, say, like, hey, you fucking up. And got Bill Cosby. They got Bill Cosby. Bill Cosby, that was in the middle of the R. Kelly. That and R. Kelly were like two in the same. So that was years ago. But the fact of the matter is, if they can get yo for fucking 30, 40 years ago for being a clown, listen, it's a rough time to be a celebrity. This is a time when I would not want to be a celebrity because everybody's getting caught up for their past shit. Like, everybody getting caught up for old shit. And it sucks. Like, me as a 20, like, it sucks. I would not want to be famous in this day and age. I'd love to be famous. Everybody would love to be famous, but all your old shit's going to come up and people are going to say, like, oh, you're this kind of person. Like, no, it's kind of toxic. But I feel like Justin Timberlake should look at this like, I feel like somebody in Brittney's camp was really burnt. Because Brittney, and here's what makes it even more problematic, and I don't think Brittney will want this or would have even greenlit this, but somebody in Brittney's camp had to have been burnt. Like, somebody must have been a really big Justin Timberlake fan to really go in on this subject. Brittney don't even control her own life. Her father does. Brittney has what people don't understand is the free Brittney thing is real. Brittney's conservatorship is controlled by her own father. Her own father runs her life. Her daughter has more freedom than her daughter. Listen, the sister got more freedom than the sister got more freedom. So let me see. But for those who don't know what conservatorship is the legal concept in the United States. A guardian or protector is appointed by the judge to manage the financial affairs and or daily life of another due to physical or mental limitations or old age. A person under the conservatorship is a conservatee, or can be a term that can refer to an adult. So Brittney don't even run her own life. She got her own house. She got a look. And part of that is because of the mental breakdown that she had. But I feel like when I looked that up, Brittney pictures popped up. Nothing but Brittney and her father's pictures popped up. Like, it sucks. It sucks to have like, but can you imagine? Just thinking about it, just the wild thing. Can you imagine being a grown ass adult, like mid-30s, and having somebody who's older than you, your father or your mother, still telling you what to do? Like what? I'm just tripping over that because like I said here, like, you know what I'm saying? It's like, they tell you how to live, they give you an allowance. It's like, you're still a fucking kid. Like, you got out of your house and you still getting ran by your parents. So, this documentary shouldn't even be. I feel like that documentary was just a waste of time because somebody was bored. And somebody either somebody has a hate boner for Justin Timberlake, or somebody just wanted to dig into Brittney. Somebody was really into this conservative shit. Because I feel like that's what really needs to happen. Let Brittney go. Let Brittney live. This conservative ship is probably driving her fucking crazy too. Like this, it would drive me crazy. Have a motherfucker tell me, hey, you can't live this way. Like, what? Like, with Brittney, it's like, like with Brittney, it sucks. I feel bad for Britney Spears. I really do. I really, really do feel bad for Britney Spears because Britney doesn't have the control over her life like you think she would. I'm just thinking, like, and in this subject, it kind of got me thinking. But also back to the apology thing. Under no circumstance do I condone what Justin's done, but I also bring it down to this music industry sucks. There's a lot of people around Justin telling him what to do, and there's some moments like that are recent. That's like, Justin, you're doing too much. But back then, like, there are a lot of people who could tell you to do anything, and people will do anything to keep you relevant. And, it's still popular in now. People will do anything just to be noticed and be relevant. And that itself is a toxic environment, too. If there's so very few people who are true to themselves and what they believe in. But I don't believe Justin would have done that under his own conscience. I believe that, Justin, if he did that I don't believe Justin, I believe somebody told Justin to do that shit. Nobody would routinely be like, hey, Justin, like, I don't believe Justin would woke up and said, good morning, Justin. How you doing? You know what I'm gonna do today? I'm gonna go diss Prince, or I'm gonna go rip off a titty. What? I'm gonna go show the titty to the world. What? That's human trial and human error. So, a lot of this anger is misplaced, especially when it comes to the Janet Jackson thing. It's easy to come at Janet Jackson because, for one, she's black, and for two, her brother was and two, around that time, niggas wasn't fucking with Michael Jackson. Michael Jackson was a fucking weirdo to everybody. He's still a weirdo with too many noses. So it was easy for people to turn on Michael Jackson, but it wasn't easy. It's easy. They threw shit on Janet Jackson, and the apology, I thought the apology was fine. He gave a whole apology at the Grammys. And I thought, everything had, healed up. I didn't know it was still that bad. To the point where he had to apologize again to Janet Jackson. The apology to Brittney, I feel like he already did that and then just needed to be a publicized apology. See, people are toxic like that. Sometimes people, they're like, well, since you didn't do this, I'm gonna make you. Well, where's the apology? We need the apology because people ride hard for celebrities. They ride hard for Brittney. They ride hard for Janet Jackson. They ride hard for Michael, Prince, like Drake, all the Beyonce, Rihanna, all these fucking people. They don't even know, but they will go hard as hell for them, and that's why that these little fan clubs and shit, fucking toxic, bro. But in my unpopular opinion, I don't condone what Janet. I don't condone Justin Timberlake's behavior. I think it's trial and error. But I do think the apology was completely. It was unnecessary to one, but I feel like with the climate it was unnecessary. But I understand, and it was unnecessary. It was unnecessary because it was late. It was late. It was unnecessary, but we needed that so we can heal because we're so fucking bored. We're so bored with Corona and shit. Let's get an apology out of Justin Timberlake. Life is life, though, and that is my unpopular opinion. Be sure to like and subscribe. Leave your love, leave your hate, and we have more content coming at you. Tune in to the next episode, and I gotta redo that. Be sure to like and subscribe. Leave your love, leave your hate, leave comments, leave stuff that you want us to talk about, and tune in to the next episode because we got more content coming at you on what you know about that. Because we know all about that. Bye, friends.